Very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Star Shooters Pool Arena. We are in the city of Kampala, the town of Chitevi. Just around the traffic lights is Star Plaza, and on its second floor is an arena called the Star Pool Arena. Actually, it's called UN Pool Arena. That arena is hosting this weekend a 64-man competition, which has majority of the best players in Uganda in participation, plus the two of the very best players from the Republic of Zimbabwe. This game is, you will call, an unlucky draw, where players who are among the tournament favorites are meeting off in the second round, which is the round of last 32, which is only starting, also which is the only round we are playing tonight. And tomorrow the tournament will resume with the round of last 16 at around 10 a.m. in the morning. Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine, is leading 1-0 against Rashid Wagaba, the Dog City, and they are racing to 5. The exact amount of time they have to complete the race is 50 minutes. This match is ending at 23 minutes past 8 in East African time, which will be 23 minutes past 7 in Southern African time, which I think is 43 minutes away. And here Dog City is trying to play catch up, trying to equalize. These two guys, just around 2 weeks ago, did have a money match, a big money match for $600 in the race to 16, and it was won by Dog City 16-14. And yet, over just at the end of last year, they did have another race to 13, again with $600 at stake. That one was won by Ibrahim Kayanja 13-11. Seems they have equal performance statistics, a good number of wins for one of them against each other, most especially in tournaments like this, and as well as money matches. And the in-form Rashid Wagaba is up against the black and equalizes it at 1-1. Just yesterday, he did lose a painful money match to Malvan Mokonza, and I know that most of you who are watching this game also were watching that money match. What a memorable match it was, going all the distance to the wire in a race to 15, and yet it was 14-14 at one time until Malvan Mokonza did win that last game of the match. He's in the tournament. He's in the second round. Himself and Eshka are playing against, with due respect to their opponents, two big fishes. And for pool fans and supporters, you know who a fish is. It will start getting interesting with the assumption that they will win in the second round tomorrow when they start off in the round of last 16, where the boys shall have been separated from the men. Nalugwa Monique is asking if Caesar is playing today. Caesar is at the venue, but tomorrow at around 6 p.m. East African time, he's leaving for China via Ethiopia to Shanghai to participate in the World Heibo Masters Series. So even if he were to participate, for instance, or assuming if he had won his games today and qualified for the second round tomorrow, he wouldn't have time to participate in the tournament tomorrow. So he's not part of this competition. Nonetheless, it remains very tight and competitive. Alan Wakanamaha is asking how Rita and Rukia's game ended. I have not yet streamed the ladies' game today. I do plan to stream some ladies' games. I want to tell you that Rita did apologize for her failure to make it to the venue, and Rukia won by walkover. The ladies are in the round of last 16. Only one lady is through to the round of last 8. That is Rukia Naiga. But in the ladies category, actually another lady has just qualified for the quarterfinals. That is Sandra Ampaire. I'm also informed that Motesi Rashida is winning by walkover against Amina Faith Nganda, so she's also qualifying for the round of last 16. Then there is in the tournament Zaimat Anka Sheila is about to take on Victoria Namyanja in the biggest match in the ladies category so far. Jovia versus Peace, Lisa versus Michelle, and Julie, who will be up against Prosi. In the men, Joseph Kasozi has defeated the Segawa Charles, good one that is, in the round of last 32, and Kasozi is the first player into the round of last 16. Coming live next is Ivan Kanyesje taking on Simon Elowolu at the computer, where then we can also have some action involving either Maluva with Eshka. They are our guest players. So I'll try as much as possible to ensure that their games can be watched by their darling fans back home. Welcome to the stream, Nalugwa, Monique, Rotaisire, Robert. I think I did answer you asking if the Zimbabweans are still in. Yes, they are. They are seated together somewhere in the background. You may be able to notice them if you zoom in a little bit. The extreme top right of your screen. The guy that is cutting off is actually Maluva. The guy you cannot see at all. You can only see one shoe. That is Eshka. And their second round games are due. They both did win very convincingly in the first round, if I'm not mistaken, both with 5-0 scorelines against very big fishes. Albrizi Kame is asking if Priscilla is still in the tournament. And the answer I will give you, I think, is no. She has been beaten by Rokia in the round of last 16. But I get to understand why you are interested in Priscilla's games, Albrizi. Nsubuga Mojibu, you are watching live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Big up to you too. Afande Kerekere. You are asking what I mean by cutting off. I'm directly interpreting it from my local language, from the mother tongue, Okusalako. But you can teach me how it's called in English, Afande, on condition that you don't arrest me when you find me for banging what you call embogo. on condition that you don't everything. Cybermonk, you are so funny, maybe so generous. You are asking me why is Ibra so good at pool, and I'm sure you are referring to Ibra Kayanja because he's the guy on table. I think Ibra is genuinely talented. He has that natural born talented to shoot balls like you've seen and move the white ball almost effortlessly around. And in my opinion, in terms of moving the white ball on the table, he's one of the very best players on the African continent. It's only just that he's not as consistent as some of the other players in terms of the results, actual results, tournaments won, money matches won, and things like that. But when his game is on, he is one of the most entertaining players that Africa has at the moment. This guy, if you are to watch his game keenly, he rarely hits the white ball in the middle, very seldom. He plays the white ball either on the top or bottom or any of the side positions of the cue ball. And that is how he's able to move it around the table, not a normal shots guy. Mickey Lindsay, you are watching from Rwanda. Say hi to Nsenju Vaswale. You should be somewhere near him. Mujibu is asking about Senyenjo Glorious. Of late, Senyenjo Glorious has not been participating in these tournaments. He lives and works and resides in the central district of Masaka, which is about 120 kilometers away from Kampala. So you will imagine most of the comps are in Kampala. And if we were to have if you were to participate in many of them, it will be so costly in terms of time and money to participate week in, week out, maybe day in, day out sometimes. In fact, even he was supposed to race with either Maluva or Eshka, but they are just comfortable. Zimbabwean boys staying near and around the city, so that match will most likely not be coming through. Even the manager of Mansour, who is taking for him money against both Mansour and both Maluva and Eshka, is a manager based in the eastern town of Jinja, and he wants to stake that money on condition that they play at his venue. So after having a discussion with the boys Maluva and Eshka, it is more than likely that we may not have that match after all. Angelo Solomons says Caesar is the best in moving the cue ball. It's not so much of an argument I will want to have about that. Mugisha David, hi to you. Isaac Senyonjo, you are saying that Kayanja Ibra has a striking resemblance with the Eshka and that you may think that they are brothers. Okay, Dogsita trying to find the angle of two cushions. 1, 2. It looks okay. Looks okay. Yes, it is okay. Not only does he find the red of two cushions, he snookers. There are times when you say a shot is exceptional because it is maybe the game-winning shot, but sometimes a shot can be exceptional because of the brain work and the execution and the end result of the shot. Advantage. Dog City, in the meantime, 1-1. All right, Dog City now leads 2-1 after going down one game and then coming back from behind, and now has the lead. It is 7:53. That means that it is exactly 30 minutes to go.
UBG 765K. UBG 765K. Bakuleeta yangu wakati. UBG 765K.
Uncle Ham, DXB, you want me to say hi to umpire Sandra? Yes, I will. I know she's probably your friend. Very stubborn character of a player. She's one player whom I know is always happy. I don't even know how someone can be always happy. She doesn't have bad days. Alan Wakanamba, you want updates on the Zimboys against Kaderumaz? Actually, there was an effort to try and convince Maluva to give Rashid a +10 in a race to 21. Rashida was seemingly ready to play, but Maluva said he doesn't want to play against ladies. All right. Nashvin, you are supporting Dog City. Joseph Emokol. Yeah, Caesar fan, it seems. You will not be watching Caesar today. If you want to watch Caesar, you go and watch the replays, or else wait on the Joey Heibo to a Facebook page for his games when they come in. When they start coming in, maybe next week or so. And then, of course, when I am able, I could upload some of the videos to this very YouTube channel. Romeo Nyawa is asking if Maluva and Eshka are still in the tournament, and the answer is yes. And given the size of the fishes, big fishes which they are facing in the second round, I would fancy that both of them will be in the competition tomorrow in the round of last 16. Dog City, as he tries to go 3-1 up, Eshka, if he goes to the second round, will be taking on the winner between Kalema Paul and a player called Odong Samson. It could most likely be Kalema Paul, good game. And then Maluva is taking on Bogere Edris in the second round. It's not a walkover, nonetheless. Maluva is favorite. His most likely opponent in the round of last 16, if he goes that far, will be the winner between Bobo Katerega and Lawrence Sengonge. Most likely Lawrence Sengonge, the guy called Dangote. Dog City versus the Black for the third time in the match. Here he goes. There is clean passage to the center pocket, and he comfortably puts it in and sinks it in, and now leads 3-1. 23 minutes to go. Blessings Mohezi thanking me for the videos. Thank you very much. But the best way to thank me is before the video plays, or when you receive the link, or when you touch the screen to watch the video, an ad by YouTube which plays before the video starts. Kindly watch that ad. If you watch that ad, that's how you repay me back the data bundles that I use, and too much movement around the place. For these organizers, on my part, it is voluntary service, but it is so draining sometimes in terms of finance and in terms of the body and mind. And sometimes what I go through, I can't even discuss it on air to give you this video. Sometimes it's too much. So the only appreciation at best which you can give me is by not skipping that ad, but by watching it. In terms of finance, Michelle Kashiri is saying that I'm the Peter Drury of the sport in Africa. You are so generous with your words and kind. Nonetheless, thank you. Alvin Chitaka, you are asking if your boy Hazard is still in, if I can look at the chart from a distance. I can't really see his name. Oh yes, he's in and will be taking on Area Junior in a very good game in the second round. Area Junior is one of the best players among the non-big names. He's one of the very best among the non-big names. It seems Dog City has his rhythm going once again. The boy who is now a product of the Advanced Talent Agency, he's on the verge of being one of the first two Ugandan pool players ever to participate in the ultimate pool competition. The ultimate competition, the Morocco edition of this year, both Dog City and Caesar, the products of the Advanced Talent Agency, will be participating in October this year. One of the very first players, not just one of the very first players from Uganda, but also one of the very first players outside of South Africa. Here he is, this time trying to make it for, if he sinks in this one, you see no way back for his opponent. Indeed, he sinks it in this time with a single visit clearance, a guy who is queuing better and thinking better and delivering better, and now having a 4-1 lead. He needs one game to make it through to the round of last 16, and he has 19 minutes in which to do that. Indeed, the 19 minutes would take very speedy pull from Kayanja Ibrahim if he were. Actually 21 minutes, sorry, to pull this one off. It will be very, very, very unlikely. After all, Dog City has more than what it takes to win this match without even using up the time given. Dog City 4, the real machine 1, rest of 5 in 50 minutes. Payne Micros, you're asking if computer is still in your computer. He is coming live next versus guess who? Ivan Kanyesije in the next game, most probably coming up live. And that one is another not to miss, coming live next on Break and Finish Live Facebook. Also the Maluva games, also the Eshka games coming up, Break and Finish Live Facebook. They will have those games to play, after which they could just give them their company back to their hotel room, just to be sure that they reach safe. and maybe come back to stream the rest of the matches in the second round. And I believe that the first round is now done entirely for both men and ladies. Only one game, only one match still, either ongoing or about to start in the first round. Otherwise, on other tables, we are using 3 for men and 1 for ladies. On other tables, it is second round for men and women. The ladies actually have registered about 20 in number. 16 were invited, the number went a little higher, and we did devise a format which allows a chat of 20 players and a chat of about 64 men. 2 of them are these, one of them is getting out in the next few minutes. And what about this for a shot? He was a little bit lucky, but nonetheless a very brilliant clearance, and he has no time. He can no longer afford a mistake. He pulls one back. Ibrahim Kayanja 2, Rashid Wagaba 4. Civil MCB, you're watching from Eswatini. You are supporting Team Musilamu. You know even his nickname. All right. Brian James, thank you for the kind words. Macross Muchanga. "19 minutes to go." It took a maximum of 2 minutes for the last frame to be concluded. But one thing I can assure you is that the time being wasted here by the fault of the table will be added to the players' total time.
Minutes to go.
Hi to you, and thank you for watching and enjoying from where you're joining Rita Kobusinje. Nowadays we are so fond on the live streams and the comment section. I come to realize that you support Caesar the more. Today we will not be watching any Caesar. You'll be watching the guys who have been having so many games with him so many of the time. Balinda J, you think the exposure of Ugandans have elevated your country to a level that demands continental recognition? Okay. I think Uganda is not doing that bad in the billiards area. When you look at the level at which these guys are playing, actually, about 10 years ago, even fewer than 10 years ago, Uganda was nowhere near the best pool, especially the better players on the African continent. At the times when Sibugu Mede came and had a tour of Uganda around 2014, late in there, if not 13, he did sweep the country, completely beating everybody else, and all with big scoreline. The same applies to the tour of Ishmael Mthethwa. And then many years later, now the better players from South Africa are coming and not finding it exactly easy. And it's not just Uganda that is pulling strides in terms of the amount of talent or the level at which they are playing. It's top class talent in Zambia, top class talent As well in Zimbabwe, you can see what Malova is doing here. There are lots of top quality players in the Republic of Tanzania, even Botswana, even Eswatini. It is nowadays not just about South Africa. The one area where the Ugandans are doing exceptionally well is the ladies category, where they are some of the best players in the world. He's 2 games down, Ibrahim Kayanja. And he has just about 15 minutes to pull them back. There's a seeming likelihood that he could use this time and this visit of the table to pull another back. There is one amazing thing that he did in the tournament that happened, I think, almost exactly 7 days ago. The Albertine Association Open Championship. He had only 1.5 minutes with a game drawing 3-all and with just over 90 seconds to go. He made an apple. He broke and finished a game in 47 seconds. Trying to chase the time, he ended up breaking Uganda's national record for the fastest apple ever scored and recorded by any Ugandan anywhere, and only the second quickest apple ever recorded in a competitive game from an African player. He went only 1 second more than the apple that Ganda did produce against Victor Sinyenza last year at the Queen's Double Elimination Competition in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. But now, Dog City is saying no. He is producing the goods when he needs them. He's producing the goods when Kayanja Ibra doesn't exactly want Dog City to be performing. He's just opened up almost miraculously the only bad yellow ball. I'm not so sure the shot he was aiming for is the very best or the safest. He has a ball that he can put anytime, any day. There was no need of even aiming at that previous yellow. Maybe mind games, maybe some intentional time wasting. It's within the rules because he has 60 seconds in which to take his shots. It's a miss. It's advantage to Kayanja, and it's game on. It is 11 minutes past 8. Meaning that these guys have 13 minutes. Kayanja Ibra has 13 minutes in which to win this game and which to try and win the next. And by the time he's using, it is more than enough time. Not just the time, his brilliance, his execution of shots, his innovativeness and aerobativeness on the table. And he puts the black. Kayanja Ibra 3, Rashid Wagaba 4, race to 5 in 50 minutes. And it is 12 minutes to go. A void break is only big disadvantage to Kayanja because it is only time running. He has to re-rack the game and re-break the game and try to do what he was trying to do. Disadvantageous enough for Kayanja Ibra. He still has the time, Kayanja Ibra, for as long as Dog City doesn't make a clearance. There is more than enough time to play and equalize for the real machine. And if an equalizer comes, then the next game shall be played to completion. There are no penalty spots in that one. In this one, matches are played to completion should time elapse with the scores being level. And if it does happen, then Kayanja would have pulled off a similar miracle in a second consecutive tournament, utilize a very little nick of time left to equalize and then win when all the conditions are against him. Dennis Shochani, you can see 54 likes and yet you are 270 plus watching. Thank you for the reminder, guys. Watch and like. Nonetheless, Dog City has this chance to try and go for this game. If he's to win this match, he will win it on merit because it will not be won on time because there is more than enough time to finish this game. If Ibrahim Kayanja is the finisher, then it will go to the wire to a decider. If Dog City wins it, then that will be it for the real machine. That was a little stroke of luck. Further movement of the white ball by 1 single millimeter and it is in, and most likely an equalizer. But where it stopped, still advantage Dog City. He, however, must pot here. Not comfortable position of the white ball. Nonetheless, he pots with a big top spin of the white ball, following the yellow to the cushion and moving back towards the midway of the table. You will imagine that with this shot, he is now pretty much on the black. Here we are, the big shot, the big moment for the big win. Where is the white ball moving? It is okay. It is fantastic. It is wonderful. It is accurate. It is time for Dog City to win. The second time in almost 2 weeks that he's taking down Ibrahim Kayanja, firstly in a money match, now in a tournament in pretty much similar painful circumstances. As long as he sinks in this black, which he does, and wins, is greeted by the opponent. Final result, ladies and gentlemen, is Rashid Wagaba, the only dog in the city, 5. Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine, which did not come oiled enough to stay in the tournament beyond the round of last 32. He exits the competition. Congratulations, Dog City. Coming up live next, Luvula Simon versus Ivan Kanyesije.